Hello and welcome to the Heart of Collaboration. I'm your host, Bernice Belt, and today we have two beautiful women in more ways than one who are here from the Heartland Worship Center Women's Ministries. And I'll let them introduce themselves, and then we're just going to get right into some of the great things that have been done through this ministry at Heartland Worship Center and some of the things that are going to be happening the balance of this year. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Belt. Glad to be here today. My name is Alicia Turner, and I am the director of the Heartland's Women's Ministry. I have been director almost a year now. We have a lot of exciting events that have already taken place and some that are yet to come. We have August 25th, our Summer Salad Supper is coming up. That is our big kickoff for our Bible studies, promoting them, just getting excited about the fall and winter Bible studies. Some of those will be Angela Thomas, her Brave study, and also Angela Thomas will be November 5th at Lone Oak First Baptist of Paducah. We're looking forward to that and starting our Bible study to bump up to that date. Also, we will be doing So Long Insecurity by Beth Moore. Another great study if you've ever done any of Beth Moore, a wonderful Bible teacher. We're just looking really forward to that, and the ladies coming out and socializing and having some entertainment and some skits and just enjoying each other's salads that we bring. And also we will have our first ever summer salad cookbook on sale. That is a big thing that Christine Altoff, she is a member of our women's committee and also our senior pastor administrative assistant. She has been working on this, believe it or not, for 3 years now, compiling recipes. So we're very excited about that. And following the salad supper, Dr. Bernice, we will have Shonda Pierce, September 13th at Heartland Worship Center. Tickets are already on sale for this event. They are $15 if you want general seating, $25 if you want the gold circle seating, and you may purchase tickets at the door if there are any left for $20 the night of the concert. So we're very excited about having Shonda in Paducah. She is a Christian comedian. Get all of your lady friends together, go out and have a good meal and just come enjoy the evening with us. Also, Warren Bearfield will be leading the worship time, so we're excited about that.
Well, you know, during the second half of this segment, we're going to really zero in on Shonda Pierce and that event, and maybe recap a little bit of some of the things you just shared, because I know that women all over the region will want to be aware of that and put some things on their calendars.
Absolutely.
Yes, and then you have this lovely lady next to you, and who are you?
Hello, my name is Dianna Corrigan, and I have been a member of Heartland for almost 6 years now, but I'm one of the newbies on the committee, on the Women's Ministry Committee, and I'm very excited to be a part of this. I was involved with youth for about 4.5 years, and so that was a great ministry and I enjoyed it, but I decided it was time to step out of that, and it was nice to move on. My good friend asked me, would you like to be a part of women's ministry and what that all means to Heartland? And I said, absolutely. So I jumped on board with that.
Well, we're so glad that both of you are here, and just a huge welcome from the Heart of Collaboration, and also from the ladies that we all represent, and I believe that they appreciate the type of representation that they do receive, along with all the other great women in leadership in our community, in our region, as a matter of fact. Sister Dianna?
Yes.
We were laughing earlier before we got started about this big booming voice that you have, and why is that?
Well, I do have 2 teenagers at home, so occasionally I have to reinforce what I say a little louder. I've also as I said, been involved in youth ministry for a very long time, and I am a special education teacher. So I have what I call a teacher's voice, and I can use it whenever I need to. Also, I have been a cheerleading mom. Well, that's a recent thing last year, and also I have a son that plays soccer. So I also lend my loud voice to cheering on the teams where my children go to school. So I've had lots of opportunities to use that voice.
Well, it's so great to be a teacher, and to be an effective one, you have to have a heart for it. The one thing I think is great about teachers, and Sister Alicia, we're going to get to, can we get to this new news?
Sure.
Okay. The wonderful thing about being a leader in terms of teaching is that you not only teach at people, but you teach into people. And the great thing about some of the events that you have coming up, and the conference of Shonda Pierce coming in September, is that every person who is going to be in leadership of each of those events has to have a teacher spirit. And whether or not you have the spiritual gift of teaching or not, or simply because you have the heart for it, and you allow this great spirit, and people can call him whatever they want to call him, we call him God, that the Spirit of God working through us to pour into the hearts, the minds, and the spirits of adults and children. It's just an outstanding thing to be used for on this planet. Sister Alicia, tell us the good news about what you shared with me a couple of days ago.
Well, Dr. Bernice, I will be starting a preschool teaching position, so I'm so excited about that. Lone Oak First Baptist Preschool. It's been a while since I've been in the teaching seat, but I'm ready to get back in it, and just am so excited. Like you said, just pouring love into the lives of others, and especially little children, you know, so needed. And just you know, I just want to love on them and teach them, and just be there for them. So, you know, that's definitely a calling for me to do that. So I'm just so excited about that, and just how God has worked through situations to get me back to what I love doing. So very thankful.
Well, sometimes I tease Pastor, your pastor,
Yes.
Reverend Dr. Nathan Joyce, a little bit about how he has such a great team, and how they spoil him. And Sister Christine, his assistant, he refers to her as his boss. And so I suppose that Sister Christine is teaching the pastor a few things here and there every now and then. And
she does keep him in line.
And Pastor, we love you, and we just felt like we wanted to just, you know, plug you there, and Sister Christine. But you have such a great team there at Heartland Worship Center. And Sister Turner, your husband serves in what capacity there?
He is the technical director at Heartland. So he helps keep everything operating technically and vocally, and he just, along with the pastors that work alongside him, it's just a great team. And together they do just a wonderful job, whether it be something with computers, lighting, you know, anything technical. So very wonderful asset to go together with the team.
Yes. I have really been blessed with the relationships that have been developed between me and your pastor and other persons at Heartland Worship Center, and I'm very grateful for that. And as I'm grateful for other relationships that I've developed with other pastors and their ministries in our community and our region, and your pastor is my mentor.
I know.
And so I'm so excited about all the great things that are going on at Heartland Worship Center, and specifically during this segment, what's going on through the women's ministries at Heartland Worship Center. Other than the Shonda Pierce event in September, recap again the events that are going to be taking place that are being coordinated through the women's ministry at HWC, and then we're going to break away for a minute and have a song that we hope pleads to the hearts of those who are taking the time to enjoy this segment.
Okay. Again in August 25th will be our kickoff summer salad supper. We usually have close to 150, possibly even 200 women if we can squeeze them all in our space. We're hoping we can. To kick off our Bible studies. Again, those will be Angela Thomas, her Brave study, and also Beth Moore, So Long Insecurity. Two wonderful studies for women. I can't say enough good about them. I was actually in the live taping of Angela Thomas in Nashville.
Excellent.
So, you know, just saw how Lifeway put everything together to get this Bible study to us to watch as women. So I cannot say enough about it. If you need a good Bible study, if you need healing, if you need fellowship, whatever you may need as a woman, please come and join us. Those will start in September, late September. You can call our church office. The number is 270-534-1400.
One more time.
270-534-1400. And our website, to get on our website to see anything going on church-wide, is heartlandworship.org. Again, that is heartlandworship.org.
Excellent, excellent. And that way that people can peruse your website at their convenience, to be updated, and then to make sure that all the information we share today, that they can go back there and get just a little reminder, update their calendars, and try to support as many of the things that are happening at Heartland Worship Center as possible. We're going to take a break, and during that break we have a special song that we recorded earlier. I hope and pray that you enjoy it and that all of our viewers enjoy it. And the musician is Minister George Donaldson. And so when we're going to break away for that song and get you a cup of coffee, get some red Kool-Aid, and listen to that song, and come on back and be with us for the second half of this segment. Thank you.
Don't know why he loves me. I don't know why he cares. I don't know why he sacrificed his life. But I'm glad, I'm so glad. to think about it. Where would I be if my Savior didn't care? Oh, I'm glad He cared about me. Where would I be if He hadn't sacrificed His life? Oh, yes, I'm glad. Oh, if you could look on the inside of me, you'd see I'm glad. Yes, I'm so glad. He could have come down, but He stayed. I'm glad. He took that all for me. I'm so glad. He did it for me. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so glad. You did. You did. You did it for me. So glad. So glad. So glad. So glad you did. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, here we are again, the heart of collaboration, and I do pray that you enjoyed that song. And again, the musician is Minister George Donaldson of Paducah, Kentucky. Outstanding musician. Hope you invite him at your church or organization sometime. And we're back with our guest, Sister Alicia, Sister Dianna. And let's spend the balance of our time together concentrating on the event during which Shonda Pierce is going to be the special guest. Tell us a little bit about this hilariously funny, anointed woman. I have no idea what planet she came from, but this woman, everybody needs to come and see. And the men can come too, can't they?
Absolutely. It is open to men and women. I do know that Shonda is getting ready to perform in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, so she just travels all over the United States. I'm not sure if she has been out of the States. Would not surprise me at all if she has. But we are so lucky to get her here in Paducah, Western Kentucky. So what I do know about her from attending different women's events and women's conferences, she will just have you in stitches. So, you know, she has a very funny part of her comedian act, but she also has a very serious message. I know at women's events, she gets into that a little bit more. Now in this type setting, I'm not real sure how much she will touch on the personal aspect and her testimony and things like that, but the comedian part of her is absolutely hilarious. Just like I said, just be prepared for a good evening, a good time of worship with Warren Bearfield, and please, 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 if you're planning on attending, buy your tickets now. I say that. Tickets will probably sell very quickly. The word is getting out. Our phones are ringing off the hooks for group sales, so space is limited. So, Dr. Bernice, just tell everybody you know.
And I need to get my ticket.
You do need to get your ticket.
I sure do. Sister Dianna, have you heard this woman, Shonda? Have you heard her?
I have.
And, well, I tell you what, you give us your take on this lady.
She has a very high-pitched voice. When I first heard her, I thought, okay, what is this about? But she brings real life into her comedic act, or the other way around, I'm not sure which. It's kind of intertwined. And I know that several times I've said I have an Irma Bombeck style life, and I know that she does as well. There was a piece on Facebook that Heartland Worship had put on there recently about earrings and how she wasn't allowed to have earrings. And she went to get her ears pierced at the mall. And I thought, okay, you know, that's a teenage thing to do. And she said as soon as she did it, 2 nuns walked by and she ripped the earrings out. And I thought, you know, that sounds like something that would happen to me. So she felt convicted about doing something that her mother told her not to. So that just spoke to me immediately, and it was funny, but it was true to life, and I enjoyed it very much. And I've heard her speak other things and just funny stories, and I never get tired of them. They're great.
Well, Shonda Pierce she's different. She's very unique. And then I have to tell everybody, she doesn't leave out either gender,
no.
any age. She doesn't leave out any denomination. You're just going to have to come and hold on to the seat because Shonda doesn't leave anybody out.
That's right.
And she has this unique way of making us laugh at ourselves. So she's a true comedian. But she's that evangelist that you were alluding to, Sister Alicia. She's an evangelist, and she has a solid message,
Absolutely.
but just a unique way of approaching it. That's a funny story about two nuns. You know, I was thinking as you were sharing that, I wonder if her mother dispatched those two nuns, and on purpose. I don't know. I know parents, we're parents. As parents, we have a very unique way of getting our children's attention. But Shonda, I can't wait. Sister Alicia, tell me about this process. It was a lengthy process, and
It has been.
Tell us about that process to get Shonda to Paducah.
Well, actually, we were approached through a company out of Franklin, Tennessee, and I have worked very diligently with Pamela Muse. It's Muse and Associates out of Franklin, Tennessee. There was a lot of background work that had to be done, per se. Things have to go before our pastors. I have people I have to answer to, so the process of just getting everything to the point of everyone being on the same page, understanding what's going on, what's being asked of us, what's being expected of us, and in turn, what their company will be doing to get her here. So yes, it's been a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, but just such a blessing to God's hand has been in this the whole way. Been prayed over, I can't say enough about what we've had to do, to get this, but praise God, it's here. The tickets are for sale, and all the footwork, I think, is pretty much been laid out for us. We're in the process of still working on that as I'm here today talking to you about this, and am so excited. So, just speaking to you and speaking to the community as I talk today, just help promote. That's all. Get the word out, whether it be on Facebook. We've got it on Facebook. We've radio stations. Soon you'll be hearing it on K-Love and some of the secular stations. Just promoting all over Paducah and Western Kentucky and the tri-state area. So
the great thing about Shonda Pierce is that she is her act and her ministry are non-denominational.
right.
She gets everybody.
She does.
So it's non-gender.
Right.
And so we do want to encourage everyone from every walk of life to come
Absolutely.
and be blessed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And get those tickets early, get the best price early. It is difficult to maneuver if you wait too long and expect to be able to come in at the door. That's kind of a scary thing to do.
That will
But we
be
want
true.
to encourage people to do this early. And then to come. And we also want to encourage women's ministries to support other women's ministries.
Absolutely.
We have to do our part as women, not only to be mothers and wives and do domestic things and to do the support types of things in our community, but we all have a responsibility for coming together as a whole group and supporting each other, because when women are strong in every area of our lives, that makes us strong in our individual churches.
Absolutely.
So there is absolutely every way you can name, every way possible, that we can become stronger and we can become more supportive, we can be more helpful, greater servants in our churches, our workplaces, and our homes, and the community. It just works well no matter what positive way you want to look at it. So we want to encourage all women's ministries to support all women's ministries.
Absolutely.
And if you, my sister, you can't come yourself, then send a delegation to support these different events. Sister Dianna, what are some of the fun things that you hope Shonda Pierce does not talk about? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, I'm almost scared. I'm saying, oh my goodness, what is she going to say? But what are some of the things that you hope that she'll touch on during this event? And then again, and then Sister Alicia will get you to give those dates and that time again.
Well, I think that actually you said it the best. Just sometimes life can be very serious. Sometimes we go through phases of life, or we go through different times in our lives when life is not fun. And it's just, I just want her to touch on whatever she feels in her heart, what she's led to talk about that can make even me or anyone in that audience, maybe somebody that's never heard of her, somebody that has no relationship with God, or somebody that maybe has been through a hard time, to be able to laugh at some of life's circumstances. Not because they're funny necessarily, but because we need that release.
Yes.
We need to kind of say, maybe we're taking this too seriously, maybe we need to just have a good time. So anything that she's going to talk about is going to touch me, because I just find her hilarious. But maybe that one thing, I do have a child going to college. That is a scary time. And I have been very uptight about that, and shouldn't be. And maybe she'll touch on a little bit of that, or touch on something that may relate to that will help me say, okay, I need to step back and say, I'm not in control of this, and that's okay. It's going to be all right. Everybody's done this. It's, it's not unique maybe to my situation, but maybe there's something in there that I can, be a little bit more lighthearted about it. And that's fine. That would be great. Or just kind of take that burden off and put it to the side, and maybe relax for a couple of hours with my girlfriends, or, take my husband, and we can go and have kind of a date night. Just kind of step back from that a little bit. So either of those aspects would be great.
Outstanding. And we're going to be closing off in just a minute, and we'll get you to recap Sister Alicia. But I want to encourage the parents, bring your children, so because they're going to be able to laugh at themselves as well when Shonda gets up on the platform. Thank you, Sister Dianna. Sister Alicia, give us all the information again.
Okay.
And as we get ready to say goodbye to everybody for the segment.
Okay. The Shonda event, Heartland Worship Center, September 13th. 7 o'clock is when the show starts. Now, you will want to get there early. I'm sure the doors will open around 6. We will have our coffee cafe open for anyone that would like to come and have a cup of coffee, a soda, possibly some good homemade snacks. That will be available. So if you need to call the church office to purchase a ticket, please do so. Soon, because those will be going. The number is 270-534-1400. Again, you can go on our website at heartlandworship.org and see information available too. Just come out, get excited, come out and have a wonderful time. Her testimony and her comedian act is just phenomenal.
Yes.
So,
well, thank you, Sister Alicia. Thank you, Sister Dianna.
Thank you.
And thank you, Women's Ministry, Heartland Worship Center. This is the Heart of Collaboration. Thank you for allowing us to come into your lives, come into your homes. We love you. Thank you. And I'm your host, Bernice Belt. Have a great rest of the year.